Tape is rolling, boys and girls.
Or so you think.
Well, it tells me it's rolling. We just got the notification. Get ready, go live. Quiet on the set. It's Monday.
Oops. You're killing me, Smalls.
I got it.
Welcome to love.
Oops. You're killing me, Smalls.
I got it.
Welcome to lunch, check and last.
Your viewing and listening pleasure.
They can't read at all.
I don't know how easy it is to discern between that.
Welcome to lunch, check and last.
Where the hell are they coming up with this crap?
Where nobody knows what the hell is going on.
But the time sink is real.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm doing nothing but standing on the line. You know, I should be doing something.
I stand around for hours at a time.
Oh, God, I can't tell you how many hours a day I'm just standing on the line. I'm doing nothing but standing on the line.
Yeah.
You're all using some kind of jargon that me no understand. I have to gently blow a ball into.
Into a warm, fuzzy hole.
That's right.
Yeah.
Welcome to lunch, check and last.
Your viewing and listening pleasure.
They can't read at all.
I don't know how easy it is to discern between that.
Welcome to lunch, check and last.
Where the hell are they coming up with this crap?
Where nobody knows what the hell is going on.
Yeah. I blame Laz.
It's all Laz's fault.
And you better believe it. That's right. It's all Laz's fault. What the hell was up with that? Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to.
That's right. Bringing
Yes.
you our own brand of news and technical difficulty Mondays. Nothing new there. Nothing new here.
Well, I actually know exactly what it was.
Who triggered that?
Well, so, boo, la-di-da, whenever you enter the channel, it triggers a sound effect.
Boo! Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So had
Yeah.
him or Draker actually come on in. That's what it was.
Right during that intro. Yeah, so, yeah. Boo, thank you.
Thank you, Boo. That's right.
And Boo does want you to know that he loves this shit. So
of course,
right.
absolutely.
It's all better, right? It's all better.
It's all better. That's right. It is Monday, June 25th, 2018, here inside Shroud of the Avatar, and of course, coming off a double XP weekend. What was that?
I said, hi, Eagle. Well,
Eagle.
yeah.
Eagle. How you doing, Eagle? Always good to
So
see
that
you
double
back
XP
there.
weekend, how did it go? I mean,
I tell you what, I had some fun. I racked up a crap ton of points. Actually, I really didn't rack them up. I pretty much broke even, but I
you died
attenuated.
that many times?
No,
you
I
finally hit attenuation?
I attenuated a couple times over the weekend, and you know, all the experience I gained all went right into the skills that I was training at the same time. So.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, good.
Whereas I was working on my sunburn again.
Meanwhile, down on the ranch,
Jack was working on building the pump house and got the walls up. Couldn't put the roof on. It was a little bit too windy for that. And then
got to build a house before you can put the filters and all that good stuff in.
Yeah, so the filter stuff is actually going in.
Yeah,
later today.
we're not talking an outhouse here.
Short term.
Right?
No, this is not an outhouse.
Podux, how are you, buddy? Good to see you out there. And everybody else joining us out there. Econdas, Eagle. I know we
Yeah,
already said hello to Eagle.
Yeah, this is just a pretty much a house for the well pump, water filtration system, and a pressure tank.
There you go. This way,
Yeah.
all your equipment's not sitting out in the elements as it may be.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like I do have a picture from I want to say
Oh, look at this.
Saturday-ish. What?
Oh, the picture.
Oh, yeah. It's I mean, it is a work in progress. There is no roof on it, but it's got 4 walls, and yes,
Hey,
it is pretty big for a pump house, in the sense that the water filtration system is mammoth. I mean, the tanks on the water filtration system are 5 feet tall.
I saw those bad boys, and there's a couple of them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway.
and then and so that's all going to go on the back wall, and then that's going to give us room for like put some shelving and stuff like that on the inside.
Very cool.
So
very
yes,
cool.
it is big for a pump house. You can see the old pump house is that lean-to like thing on the left-hand side if you're looking in Discord.
What, the tent covering?
No. Look behind the tent.
Oh, that framework there. Okay.
Yeah, that framework was the old pump house.
Gotcha. But meanwhile, yes, double XP weekend just coming off of that. Had a lot of fun out there. We had the 24-hour live stream, Airy Fun stream. That was a remarkable event out there.
I did
Thank
tune in
you
for
the
about
follow.
30 minutes during the live stream, and I did log into the game for like 5 minutes in order to make a delivery, as I set up my phone to be a hotspot, use my laptop to control my desktop, and
I was gonna
attempt
say
to make the
is
delivery.
I was asked, is Jack here? I saw him log in. I says I don't know what he's up to. I says he's
Yeah,
out in the ranch. He must have hooked up some kind of Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
I saw you just sitting on the lot, just meandering like you normally do.
Yeah, it was painful in order to make a delivery. So I did get my delivery.
Very good, very good.
So yeah,
And,
I sold something.
That was actually a really great stream. Arius knocked it out of the park again with his coordination of all the other live streamers, and we got to thank all those live streamers out there for joining in on that telethon. Without you guys, those 24-hour telethons would not exist. And everybody at the Airy Fund thanks you very much. Very much. So, news. We got all sorts of crazy news out here. Of course, release 55 coming up this Thursday.
Yeah, I know people are enjoying themselves on the QA server with all the crafting stuff.
Yes,
especially with brewing.
Brewing is here now.
Brewing is coming. It's not here yet.
Keep your fingers crossed that it doesn't get scratched between now and Thursday.
Yeah.
No, actually, brewing is actually physically in game. Spiffy, how's brewing treating you?
And Spiff's going to be quiet because this is the way it goes.
I'm wondering whether he's actually listening to us. He's playing music. I know he's here.
Well, he just changed songs too. So
yeah, I know. So
caffeine does say that brewing works pretty decent.
There you go. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks, caffeine.
Yes. So it is something. I don't know whether or not they actually have different ages for the brews or not.
There's all sorts of interesting stuff there. Speaking of interesting stuff,
25-year whiskey takes a year in game days.
Yeah.
and beer is like 2 weeks in game. So 2
Yes.
weeks in game is like 3 days.
What is the conversion rate on that? I don't know.
Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah.
And of course, here is our very own Lord British joining us here in game. Always good to see him popping in, and he's always here hanging out.
is
That's
coming.
right. One of our biggest fans, if not.
Yes. Ooh, and someone sent me a friend request.
That's right.
And don't forget that you do need to friend everybody and anybody that you see, so that way you can teleport to them later, especially after you buy scrolls from Laz and Jack.
That's right. Cheap teleport
Yes.
and recall scrolls everywhere. Yeah, I'm looking at, we got a whole bunch of different wines. You got a perennial red, you got a Palladis white, you got an Elderman beer, a Drakbach beer, a Harvest wheat, just for you there, Jack.
Sweet.
It's a nice Harvest wheat beer.
I prefer stouts and porters.
Yeah, well,
so,
yeah, I know.
right, Hefeweizen's not my thing.
There's some Brittany Ale. I like that.
Excellent.
2-year whiskey, 7-year whiskey, 25-year whiskey. That's just some of those new recipes coming out.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
There
we
he
can hear you
is.
now,
I knew
Smith,
there
yeah.
had to be something wrong with his audio.
Yeah, I don't know. I set this thing up as I gave it, control, and yeah, I have to have it open to talk.
Well, that's odd.
Very odd.
Thank you. Don't know what it was. but
Eagle, thank you
okay.
very
Yeah, I've
much.
been here complaining for quite a while.
I figured. I mean, you know, we know you're playing
yeah.
music. We know, and as quickly as he's here, he's gone. As
Yeah, so he's just stopping by as he runs for errands. But
That's right.
bye-bye, Lord British.
thank
and
you
he
as
is
always.
gone.
That's right.
You don't want to hear it.
And Lord British, of course, says, that's right, #1 fan and buy Laz and Jack scrolls. He's a trip.
Yes.
I gotta love him. Gotta love him.
Yeah,
Yes.
don't bother buying any regular grapes. Only buy white and red grapes, because those are the only ones you can use for anything.
Oh, okay.
Ah. How about
Don't buy
the
any
wheat?
corn. Don't
How-
buy.
Is the wheat useful, or we gotta wait for the new wheat?
No, wheat. Actually, you can do wheat.
So all those folks who were saving up, I didn't do any of that. I figured something like that was gonna happen. With new recipes.
I did a crop of wheat. I did a crop of grapes, and the grapes are worthless. You can't even make jelly out of them.
Oh, damn, that's no fun.
No, we need jelly.
Okay, so are the white and red grapes already in game, or are they something
No.
that's going to be coming in Release 55?
They're coming in Release 55.
Okay, and you buy them from the store, or do you have to grow them? And do we have vines that we can actually have a vineyard?
Let me tell you, you can grow your own grapes, but you can also buy them from the vendor.
Okay,
Very cool.
so maybe we're going to end up with a bunch of vineyards and vintners.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You know,
Yeah.
what I would like to see from this is you can take the brewed wine and everything and sell it to, innkeepers.
Cool.
That would be
And make a little money
interesting.
on the side, but no, you
That
don't
would be
do that.
interesting. Well,
I got a couple of casks of 25-year whiskey that takes a freaking year almost to mature.
now what was the conversion rate for that in game? What is a year actually? That's only like what, a couple days, right?
5 days.
5 days.
Well,
Well,
I
I mean,
thought that
you
was a
want
month.
some 25-year-old whiskey,
Or is
man.
that a
You gotta
year?
age it. And just
Literally,
like-
it's 365 days. I built a 25-year-old cask, and it actually says it'll be ready in 358 days.
Oh, very cool.
Nice.
Very cool. Yes.
I mean, literally, it's set up for something like 60-something game years in the distance.
Excellent. But I mean, we also know that was part of the plan, that some of it was going to take time to age. So I think that is actually really cool that
Well, at
they
least the
actually did
caps
bit.
look pretty when you stack them.
Yeah. It's time for a chip.
Hey, Condis, it's an interesting idea, but there's more coming. Again, I just hit on a couple of the brewing recipes. There's a couple other interesting things that we'll cover as we get to.
That would be hilarious.
What's that?
The brewing should lead to a bard
Yeah,
type skill tree where you're
absolutely.
drinking what kind of drug affects your skills or something.
Yeah. Or how much you've had to drink affects your bardic skills. The more tolerance you have, the better you play when you're intoxicated. I don't know.
Well, I mean, the more intoxicated, the more
I
you
always
think
play
you're
better
playing
the more
better.
intoxicated
You're
I am.
treading
That's it.
heavily on Sony territory there.
Yeah.
How so?
Bard's Tale 4 is coming out soon, so yeah.
So how about we let the folks out there know that the game is on sale, half price right now for anybody who's looking to jump right on in.
That is actually not a Steam sale. That is actually on the Shroud add-on store. The game is on sale for $19 right now.
$19.
Yeah.
That's
so
right,
if you go to the shroudoftheavatar.com and then you can
if you've been on the fence, you've been
Get in
playing
there,
that
yes.
free trial. I know there was a couple
And-
people out there asking on Chatty about that, and I told them, I says, check it out. It's on sale, and right now we have plenty of streamers
Not
out there. I
only
know
that,
also giving away keys. So there's always a chance that you can get yourself a key watching some of the Shrouded Avatar live streamers out there as well.
hey, not only that, but might as well just buy an extra account just to have.
Yeah, if you're watching my stream and maybe you message me, maybe I could give you a stream key or a
Ooh.
Steam key if you don't already have one. If you have one, no.
You hear that,
No,
folks?
just go
So
put down the $19, buy yourself a new account, and have an extra account just sitting along in the background, just in case you get banned on the first account.
that don't matter. They
Yeah.
ban one
That-
account.
yeah.
Every account associated with that IP goes poof.
Yeah, that's right. So it's like all of that stuff. So Spiff, your idea of like saving up in an account in case your account is banned, not gonna work.
Well, put it on somebody else's IP.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I-
So essentially, what you're saying is give the
tried
account to
that
someone
in a
else.
Video game. I actually used to play a game where I would remote into my brother's computer and remote into my father's computer so I can play different accounts through their computers.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you tend
Like
not to
you all
survive
have
very well.
girlfriends Out there. Why don't you get involved?
Nope. But we also do have some other news because since it is Monday on
That's
Friday,
right.
they did this weird thing where they did
Now-
this update.
Yeah,
Avatar's update
let's
number
talk
285.
about Friday's
I-
live
because
stream.
It's got something kind of. Oh, I didn't see the live stream either, so I was talking about the Avatar's update, and then we can talk about. Or would you rather talk about the live stream first?
Well, no, I mean, it all rolls in together, but for those of you folks who didn't see the live stream, you missed quite a bit of interesting information, but we'll cover it all eventually. I'm not going to steamroll that because we do have
It's Monday, man.
updated the Avatar, right?
We don't have a schedule or plan. Anyways.
There is no script.
No
That's
script
right.
whatsoever.
We have no clue which way this train's going right now.
No. So Avatar's update.
We're all gonna die.
Number 285, that's 285 straight weeks of development where they tell us what's going on in their world. So this includes the Obsidian Trials, which is going to be related to PvP. So they're polishing various aspects of combat and PvP systems up in preparation for the upcoming castle defense scenario. That is going to be a feature that is going to be in-game soon. And then this includes making areas of PvP engagement where no ransom items drop. I don't like that. Where grouping rules can be controlled on or off. having death remove you from the scene until the scene restarts, and new currencies, merchants, and rewards for PvP scenarios, and better overall physical spaces for PvP. I would like to see the full loot option for some of that.
Full loot.
To that end, they have created a
'em all.
combat area where they can iterate on these systems over the next several releases called the Obsidian Trials. It will be where they implement, test, and polish various systems to improve and enhance their combat and PvP systems so they can be better support the castle defense. In Release 55, they have built the space and implemented new death mechanics, blocked grouping, and removed ransoms. In the next few releases, they'll be adding boundaries that change the size of the play space, win-loss conditions, timer resets, and a new PvP currency that can only spend on rewards like titles, components, consumables, emotes, and patterns.
Titles? You mean something we actually might want?
Actually,
Yes.
possibly.
Yes. Where do we get the cannibal title from?
As I don't know.
Yeah,
Where do we get the
does-
cannibal
does-
title from?
And when am I going to request
Kidding.
that Star provide me with the Cannibal Starter Kit?
Well, as soon as that form becomes available, I'm sure you can put that in there.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be funny. Cannibal Starter Kit crafted by Dark Star, who opposes cannibalism and everything.
If you get away with it, I'm going to be very creative.
You know what? Yeah. I mean, I think that would be the best joke.
Because
I mean,
I know Lord British would make one in a heartbeat.
yeah, Lord British would be all over that, but Dark
getting
Star
one from
on the
Dark
other end,
Star, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. Then after that, so there are some screenshots from the Obsidian Trial Zone done by the Energy Vortex. Then we have some new residents of Novia that hate all the Outlanders, and they are the Atomists of Purity.
Those guys look sort of...
Yeah, they look like some priests of some
Interesting.
sort. Yeah.
Cone heads, is that what it is?
Yeah, something like that. The Atomists are Purity, have vowed to rid Novia of the Outlander Scourge. Their houses crowded our fair towns. Their wares compete with those of native Novian merchants. And he and his lieutenants, the Night Purifiers, have been known to ambush unwary Outlanders on the road. They are even swelling their ranks with common folks who call themselves Unifiers. I love this as far as storyline goes. I do absolutely love it. I'm hoping that also means that they're going to go revisit some of the dialogue. This is something I proposed a long time ago. That not as far as the Atomists of Purity aspect, but what I proposed is some of the dialogue from some of the NPCs needs to show that they support the Obsidians, and they want to bring back those old days. So this is kind of following that same vein.
Right.
With let's get rid of the
It's okay.
Outlanders.
I'm putting together a group to go after the Grand Wizard.
The Grand Wizard of the Atomists.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of the
Yes,
Purifiers, that's right.
Yes.
Yes, the Cannibal Starter Kit he's referring to is the replacement rewards we're getting from not getting the Duke heads. We're going to get a custom deco weapon or armor. So that's what Jack wants made by Dark Star. So, and again, you know that.
And it's not the cannabis. It's like I have no reason for water pipes and no bongs in game for me. But cannibalism. So eating
he's
tasty
got a
people.
point. Maybe he wants a cannabis starter kit. That would be nice.
Yeah, maybe.
Couple
Quite
seeds,
possibly.
a little lighting system, a little hydro.
Yeah. Yep.
4-story row greenhouse.
Yeah.
Where you can grow
Speaking
on all
of
4
which,
rows with indoor lights.
that new house is coming in. We'll talk about that.
Yep. Release 55 is on the QA server. We were already talking about that. I know Spiff and Condis and a bunch of other people have been testing the...
You get a unicorn. You get a
the
unicorn.
brewing aspect, but has anybody seen the unicorn yet?
Yeah, right there, up on screen.
Well, oh.
No, I
Did-
haven't
did you-
haven't been out to
Did
the
you ride the
QA yet.
horn?
No, I wasn't that
okay.
horny this weekend.
Okay, you didn't ride the horn over the weekend?
No.
Yeah, then after that we do have the testing. If you do submit bugs on while you're playing on the QA server, you do qualify for the testing incentive reward
Just a tip.
raffle of some sort. And then this is what we were talking about, the Cannibalism forged Cannibalism Starter Kit, because the custom heads, if you have a Duke
You
or
almost said it, did.
Lord of the Manor, Lord of the Manor account, they're replacing the custom in-game heads with custom Lord forged items from either Darkstar or from Lord British. I'm going to request the Cannibalism Starter Kit. That's going to require several skulls, other body parts, as well as you know what? I need some like utensils as well.
Why don't you just get a bone chimes?
I want the Cannibalism Starter Kit crafted by Darkstar.
Yeah, okay.
The guy that is against cannibalism has to craft an item related to cannibalism. You don't see the irony there?
Oh, what, is he going to craft you a bone wind chime?
Never mind. Moving along.
If you had if you were looking for a custom static player-owned town, those were also discontinued with the reduction in force at Portalarium, as well as the update from the company status. We did spend several days talking about that last week. But remember, they're still continuing to develop and iterate on the game. They're looking forward to trying to fund episode 2. That's going to take them a while. And then, spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
If you do complete the Shroud of the Avatar quest, you will go back to the Oracle and you will receive a POT Rolot deed.
You
Hey,
get
I
a
was
deed.
told-
And you
Non-transferable.
get a deed. And
Non-transferable.
you get a deed.
And I was told that you don't go back to the Oracle in Brittany. You don't go back to the big Oracle. You go to the little oracles.
So you can go to any oracle in the world, is what you're saying then.
Well, yeah, they don't want you to know, except for the Oracle in Brittany. The
Okay.
big Oracle.
That
The one
makes
that
sense.
you went to do all this other stuff. And I said, well, wait a minute. I was trying in there. I was talking to Arabelle. I was talking to the Oracle. And she was stuck on a loop, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Bug.
any oracle works. So like any oracle but the big one.
Then we also have NPC submission requests for Brittany Alleys that has been delayed a little bit to release 56. So if you have that backer reward,
Yeah, I think I'm
name
gonna
an
get
NPC.
in on this one.
Oh, finally.
Well, you know, as I read in the notes, they out of like 80 NPCs available to be named, they only got like 20 submissions at the time. So they extended this out so that they can reach more people like me, who has several NPC characters to name.
Yeah, I do too. So, yeah, I think I'm going to actually name mine after my nieces.
Yeah, that's
So my
been
nieces would be
my
in
toughest quandary was whether I threw it in family members, whether I threw in some old game names just for giggles and grins.
How
Yeah.
about deceased comedians?
Yeah. Again, the question is, what do I really want to go down? Yeah. In history, because
Larry Moe and Curly Joe.
oh, there you
I
go.
don't know.
I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, and then we'd also do have the fact that over the weekend they sold basements. And upcoming calendar.
Basements. I still
Now, what
love
they
this
need to
picture
do
of
is they
this
need to have
airship.
basements. They need to have basements that work like greenhouses and shorten the time that your whiskey has to age.
No.
Well, if it's a basement greenhouse, it can only grow mold. And mushrooms.
No. You don't understand.
I know.
He wants like a wine cellar that speeds up
Yeah.
the aging process. I
Yes.
dig what he wants, but actually, no. See, even if you were doing that, that's what you would actually need the wine cellar to properly keep an age.
Yeah,
Not
to
age it.
to
Speed
not to
up.
double it up.
That's
yeah,
right.
not to double it up, but to properly do it.
That's right. So, yeah, got to keep that in perspective now.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to see
And don't forget,
eventually,
the Royal Gardener contest is still ongoing.
Custom naming of your brews and libations. Be able to add some custom components to make yours a little different. And again, this is coming. Again, we haven't covered all that stuff, and again, we'll get all to that throughout this week. Lots of stuff coming. Lots and lots and lots of stuff.
It is the first iteration of it, so.
Absolutely. And from what I was expecting to what I'm actually seeing with the combination of the casks, the different variants of the types. Yeah, so there's more than one type of beer. There's more than one type of liquor. There's more than one type of wine, which is cool.
No, all they have to do is code the. They need to code the innkeepers that they pay a little extra for those brews.
No, that's what you put them on your vendor for, and you sell them on your vendor, Spiffy. You open up your own pub. The guys over at the Bear Tavern had a great idea, and I hope eventually that will still pan out, where people hang out in the tavern and there's a bartender there 24/7.
Something
like that. That's right. Moving right along.
Moving right along, we have something.
Yeah, the in basements are out there. As I haven't gone that far yet.
I haven't logged. Well, actually, I did update the QA server, and I logged in for like 5 minutes, and then I just stood there and idle disconnect. My normal thing.
Hey, I've got an in basement.
You've got the 2-story in basement. You don't have the 5-story, right?
No, not the 5-story.
You know what? If you can't teleport directly to it, it's kind of fruitless. So I don't like the fact that in order to go into the basement, you're essentially changing scenes. And Lazarus' phone is blowing up today.
Oh yeah, well, as I had to re-up. It was time to re-up all of our hosting and stuff for all this crap, and they wanted full price. They wanted more than full price to re-up for the next 3 years. So I just started a whole new account and transferred everything. Yeah. So every time you register a new domain and all that good stuff, everybody and their dog, these are all marketing calls. Everybody wants to sell me web design services, and my new business has got 250,000 pre-approved. I should probably take one of these guys up on it and really freak them out.
Do something weird with them. Yep.
But anyway, no, not last Friday, Royce. Last Friday was just the regular Friday live stream that was done by Lord British, Dark Star, and Chris. And, of course, they answered quite a bunch of questions and, told us what was going on down there.
List on screen?
What's that?
We got to see list on screen.
Yeah, you get to see list almost every week if you pay attention to that stuff. Or if you really want to see list on screen.
If you really pay attention, you can see them. You can see them
right here.
Right there in the corner. Yeah.
5 days a week you can catch them.
So what happened during that Friday live stream, since I was not available at all in order to see
where were you?
I was
meanwhile down at the ranch
doing something
in the pump house.
Yeah, he was pumping it out there.
I was definitely doing that on Saturday.
You still eating those chips?
Oh, I've got like 3 left.
I was going to say, how big is that damn bag? It's a big-ass bag.
Hold on.
I'd say we give him some Lester chips.
Hold on. Let Jack finish last night's dinner here.
I'm trying to take lessons from Chris.
Yeah, well, doesn't Chris eat those pork rinds, those hot pork rinds?
No, he eats a lot of pork rinds, but no, I'm not eating pork rinds. Not my
So
thing.
tell me something. The one
Something.
recipe that we have in game to make pork rinds makes something that's completely inedible.
Well,
I
pork
didn't
rinds by
know we
themselves
had
are
even
generally
a
inedible.
recipe that made something like that. What recipe are you talking about?
Crackling in oil.
No.
That's pork rinds.
It's, I always thought of that as, you know, like a dippable where you would dip your meat and cheeses into an oil and, you know, like cracked pepper type thing.
Nope. That is literally the recipe for chicharron.
Okay,
Chicharrones?
but crackling in oil is only a component of other recipes. It's not actually an edible recipe.
It's not even a component of other recipes. It's just literally a component, but for no recipe. It is inedible.
I don't know. As I've made it and I've used it for something before, so I'd have to say I disagree with
tell
that.
me
Unless
then.
I'll have to go
Tell me
look
what
at
you
that
used it in.
because I know I've made quite a bit of it before I stopped making it to move on to other
crackling
stuff.
Oil, and I have never been able to use it. I've got it in my bag with every food that makeable,
Bug.
but it literally sits there as a component. And yes, I put it down as a bug.
Yeah, no, I'll have to go look through why I used to use
Yeah,
that.
you know what? We need chips and queso and salsa.
Oh yeah,
Because
Yes, we need nachos.
we have the peppers.
Not nachos.
We have the tomatoes.
chips and queso. Yeah, chips and queso.
We
need
have the
queso.
cheese.
Corn,
We got
but
plenty
no
of
recipe
cheese
for
right
you
here in
use
front
the
of us.
Chicharron.
Like I said, we have corn in the game, and no recipe uses corn. You can't even bread things with it.
Interesting.
And Jock here wants to have the best meal ever: 6,000 chicken fajitas.
To go.
Oh God, no, not the chicken fajitas.
Chicken vaginas.
Best
What?
meal ever.
So anyway, yeah, Friday's live stream, the guys came on and gave us a little bit of an outline of what's upcoming. Talked about, again, staff cuts. And like I said last week, whether people realize it or not, every year at this time, of course, and, you know, we have, too funny, you guys kill me. It had to be you.
What?
You
Had to be me with the
you got
6,000
that on
chicken.
speed dial or something, man? That's too funny.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I love this shit. I tell you what.
Yeah.
That's right. If you want to really take in the show, you got to be here in Discord and see the crazy stuff that goes on
Absolutely.
inside Discord. Because some of this stuff we just can't show you on screen. No, we could, but they'd probably ban us for doing it. Not that in particular, but anyway. They gave us a layout of what was going on, what's happening, and what's the future's got to bring, and no different than anything else that's happened before. Remember, they're spending our money responsibly, and when it's time to be lean, they got to be lean. When it's time to bulk, they'll bulk. The basic premise that I see is, of course, we're going to be doing a Kickstarter for episode 2, which I don't think is a surprise to anybody. It's been mentioned over and over and over and over throughout time. Yeah. And when you do a Kickstarter, you're going to have several months of fundraising while we do that. And during that time, they're going to spend that time doing more polish and cleanups than anything else. So this is a time where they're going to make those final passes and clean up all this stuff while we're working towards what we want to see for episode 2. And they're going to announce stretch goals and all sorts of other goodies.
You mean like actual use for
you
corn?
forgot the retooling of the first-time user experience.
Yes, again, cleaning up a lot of stuff. The interface polish, new user experience polish, rewrite, from what I understand, of quite a bit of the questing. So there's a lot they're going to work on during that time, and the staff that they've got right now is more than capable of handling that. So no worries there. Every year at this time, like I said, it slows down. Jack and I always see this panic at this time. There's nobody playing. Everybody's leaving. No, everybody's on vacation, man. We just had our guild meeting last night, and we all sat down and compared notes, and some of our guys actually said their sales have been up over the past week or two in-game. And we're just talking about your general sales. I mean, I'm still selling the same amount of recall scrolls. I'm still fulfilling orders. I still got people buying stuff on the marketplace. I tell you what, it's business as usual.
I had sales at Shroud Marketplace. I know the POT disappeared off of Shroud Marketplace, so that has been sold.
Not the POT.
Hey, yeah, that's good news,
man. Someone sold their player own town as well as a bunch of other things. I mean, I looked earlier this morning at the lot deeds and some other things, and a few of those disappeared as well.
Very cool.
So yeah, sales are occurring, and business as usual. So if you're buying or selling, you need to do it.
Yes, and of course, with those conversations I've had, there are a few people losing their shit out there and just freaking out over the whole thing. These are some people who just haven't been here long enough to understand that we've been here 5 years, folks. We're very well established, and we ain't going nowhere. But it is a buyer's market at this point, so there are some great sales to be had out there at this point in time, including getting the game at half price. Or if you're watching that guy's stream, you might be able to talk him out of a free Steam key. Stream key? What are we calling
Yes, Jack,
these?
thank you very much.
But, of course, you have
that
to
clip.
be somebody who does not have the game already. We want all those visitors out there and all those folks who are on the fence to come on in and join us. And, of course, we're going to try and help put some more asses in seats here. So
I'd just tell them to buy the $19 account. That's as cheap as you're going to get it.
No, as cheap as you're going to get it is Jack giving you a free key that covers that $19 account.
All depends on whether or not you follow my channel and message me.
That's right. But anyway, what else? I have a funny feeling I'm missing something. But I mentioned the Airy Fund. We'll talk about them again here in a minute. Hey, there's a lot more coming up. Again, we have release notes have been out. QA server is up. If you want to get out there again, don't forget the testing incentives program.
Yeah, don't forget
Just
that.
the tip.
Just a tip. Just a tip.
You do realize that my 25-year-old whiskey will not mature before the test server goes down.
Aww.
Caffeine. About your girlfriend that doesn't have an account yet. No.
$19, buddy.
Yeah.
$15, little man.
And Dracker, no, the fact that your account is not a Steam account, no, that's not going to get you a free.
Why would you curse somebody with a Steam account?
I personally enjoy my Steam account because patching is so much
patch.
easier.
Bam! New patch.
It's like,
bam!
boom!
That's
I
right.
am done.
I'm telling you what. I don't care what you say. Is you get a quicker upload, quicker download of the game every time you get a patch. End of story.
Yeah,
and
much faster.
Every once in a while, it actually does what it's supposed to do and patches in the background, so that when there is a patch, you log out and log back in. It's ready for you. Yeah, but
and there's days where it's like I don't even know there was a patch because it patched in the background.
Yeah, that's right. Caffeine is patching on the regular patcher. It's a joke. I don't know. When was the last time? When was the last time you actually tested that, Jack? I know you used to.
Well,
do
the
that.
QA server. I mean, it's like, oh my god! Especially when it downloads the patch, and then it has to apply every single one of the files, and it's like, okay, it may have taken a couple minutes to download the patch, but when it takes 10 minutes in order to apply the patch, it's like this is ridiculously stupid.
Stupid.
I mean, I know exactly what it's doing. Is it's downloading the modified files as like a gzip file, and then it's unzipping everything and overriding.
I understand
files,
there's a
still,
torrent
it's
downloader available out there.
Yeah,
but I personally, you know what? Click on Steam. I'm done. Yeah, it's just that much easier.
Steam has a much better distribution network.
But speaking of distribution networks, you know, we have our own little distribution network with a little thing we call the NBNN Shroud Avatar app. You might have heard about it. I know Lord British is a fan. He's got a copy on his phone, as does Jack and myself. I use it all the time, especially when I want to go out and I want to listen to the radio as I'm out and about in the world. I throw on my Aether vibration amplifier headset, and I listen as I run through the world, you know, as the real world. Because the NBNN Shrouded Avatar app's available on the Google Play Store, the Apple iTunes Store, or the Amazon App Store for all your electronic devices. If you want to take Shrouded Avatar with you on the go, when you go, or wherever you go, the NBNN Shrouded Avatar app is what you need. You can check out the Daily Britannian, published 7 days a week, with news from Shrouded Avatar and beyond. You can check out the forums. You can browse Soda Map. You can hit us up on social media. You can shop the marketplace. You can hit us in Discord, and much, much more, including the NBNN Shrouded Avatar community calendar, brought to us by Hometown Hero. That's right. If you want to find out what's going on in and around town, the NBNN Shrouded Avatar community calendar has got a host of information for you out there. And of course,
it's got a ton of information.
Sometimes too much information. Sometimes doubled and tripled the information.
If it's got too much information, you just click that little down arrow on the far right hand side, and then you uncheck that calendar that you don't want to pay attention to, and because your name's not listed on it, and that way you've got a concise calendar. And then you realize that, hey, if you have a Google public calendar related to Shroud of the Avatar, or if you want to add one-off events to the NBNN Shroud community calendar, you need to email that guy news@nbnn.info with the appropriate information, and he'll do something with it eventually. All times on the community calendar are Central Time in the real world, but we prefer to refer to it as Nude Britannia Time.
Nude Britannia Time.
Because Monday through Friday, 12s and 6s around the clock, you can always tune into Radio Free Britannia to listen to two idiots interpreting the news, so you don't have to on a little show called Lunch with us.
That's right.
Yep. At 7 p.m., there is a PvE adventure somewhere, and that's going to be headed up by Cinewolf Odinson. At 9 o'clock this evening, and you can always join Andertiana Zerzaz out in the town of Verit Chaos. And from there, it's like, you know, you can learn the life lesson that most people learned by playing D&D. All great adventures begin in a pub somewhere. So go to the pub of extraordinary thought and roleplay to your heart's content.
Order that extra round of drinks just to tick off the DM.
Yeah. Oh, not just that, but make sure. Don't forget to tip your waiters, waitresses, and bartenders. So make sure and tip them, because then you get better service. And you're also not being a dick that way. But the final event of the evening for this Manic or Margarita Monday is going to be on Radio Free Britannia. And that's the Weckard Room.
That's right.
No, there's a bar in Treasure Island in Las Vegas where the bartender and all the people dress up like pirates.
Arg.
Arg?
Arg.
Yeah.
Pirates? Somebody say pirates? I don't know anything about pirates.
Pirate? International Talk Like a Pirate Day? What?
Yeah, we wouldn't know anything about that, but that's right. Don't forget you're watching NBNN News right here on nbnn.info, twitch.tv/Synesys, twitch.tv/NBNN News, catching us in replays on YouTube, or listening for replays on the radio or a podcast. We thank you all for all your support out there. If you want to become a supporter, you can always cheer live on stream. You can use some Ethereum, some Bitcoin, all that cryptocurrency. You can throw crypto over on Jack's stream over there. He's now accepting cryptocurrency. Gotta love that. You can use all the traditional methods on either one of our streams. You can go to patreon.com/NBNN, become a monthly supporter, or you can become a sponsor over on Patreon. Or if you have Amazon Prime, you get a free sub every month. We can use them on our streams. We'd really love you for doing it. And of course, if you've already subbed, you got to do that every month. So please remember every month to go back and hit that resub button, because it does help us out greatly. Sub, that's right. And
Oh yeah.
again, if you want to be a sponsor, you'll be right up here on the big screen with everybody else during our sponsors portion. Primal Nature with the Airy Fund is still in full force, even if you missed the 24-hour telethon live stream this past weekend. And again, we got to thank the community for coming out throughout the whole telethon. Had a very steady number of viewers, and a lot of people stayed throughout the whole event, which I just love seeing this community do that stuff. Again, the generous support from the community. We're going to have numbers for you here shortly, I hope. Dex will have all those from the telethon, hopefully sometime next day or so for us. And then at the end of the month, we'll have total numbers. But you guys always rock it every time we have one of these community causes out there supporting Conservation International this month. So thank you again, everybody. Of course, don't forget SodaCon Austin. That was another thing the developers let us know on Friday, that coming up this summer and fall, they've got a lot of events they're going to be out there attending. They're going to be doing the con circuit. And, of course, aside from Dragon Con and Gen Con and Sin Con, they're going to be doing the topper at the end of the year, which is going to be SodaCon. And SodaCon's going to be in Austin. And you're going to get to come on out, meet the developers, hang out with all your Shroudy friends. The last number I heard, there was like 70 people already coming, something like that. All the VIP tickets are sold out. I know Blood Omen out there has got his. He waited for the last minute and upgraded to that last VIP ticket. You know, he was on the edge, but he got it. So Blood Omen's going to be enjoying that this year. We've got the host hotel where we're going to be at. We got two other hotels where there's going to be all sorts of stuff going on. There's going to be a land party over in one most of the time. There's going to be entertainment over. There's going to be just a grand time had by all. There's going to be theater. There's going to be food. There's going to be fun. There's going to be panels. And, of course, it's going to be Shrouded Avatar. So check out SodaCon Austin 2018. Go to SodaConAustin.org for the latest information. Of course, Hometown Hero for your vape juice needs. I tell you what, these guys keep knocking my socks off, and I gotta love the fact that Pete the Noob turned me on to these guys, because their juice is just incredible. I gotta say, so far, 90% of the juice is just, they shock me, you know. And again, not every juice is gonna be for everybody, and of course loads of flavors to choose from. And if you want to save some money, don't forget, use the promo code NBNN when you check out at hometownhero.com. You'll save 20% off your purchase. Coil More Wands, putting the magic in your hands. Arius Coil More showing off his new digs over the weekend and his new intro for his live stream. And he did a really great promo, by the way, for the Primal Nature. I mean, you know, just great promo he did. He's doing some great stuff. But if you're looking for custom wood, check out Arius Coil More at Coil More Wands. Scrotus Music Service, if you're looking for entertainment, you're looking for buffs, you're just looking for somebody to follow you around because you're lonely, you can check out Scrotus Music Service on ShroudMarketplace.com. The Britannian Mining Company wants you to come on out and check out Black Rock Cove. Black Rock Cove, located in the Coil region, right next to the town of Exeter and conveniently located to the Exeter and Elysium mines. If you're looking for crafting supplies, they've got what you need. Check it out over at Black Rock Cove. RelicsByRill.com for all your licensed Shroud of the Avatar swag. And boy, it's been a while since I've dragged these out, but of course, if you want to get your hands on an NBNN I Love This Shit bumper sticker, you can go to RelicsByRill.com and get the original. I believe he's still got some left. If you want to get the new version, you can become a patron and become a supporter. Or I think I've got these on the website. You can go buy those direct off of NBNN.info. Gotta love this shit. And of course, RelicsByRill.com. When you check out, you want to save some money. NBNN saving you a couple bucks. Use the promo code and save 10% when you check out at Relics by Rill. Last but definitely not least, Shroud Marketplace, where I'm selling thorn swords and ore and all sorts of crazy other stuff. I tell you what, Shroud Marketplace, I love this shit. Not only do I love this game, I love this marketplace, man. You can sell anything on ShroudMarketplace.com.
Anything and everything. Teleports and recall scrolls. 500 sausages. People will buy everything.
Who's going to be the first person to sell virtual beer and whiskey?
Yeah, you know what? I am pretty sure that it is going to be listed on Shroud Marketplace.
You can buy granite. You can buy pets. You can buy dragon bone thrones, for crying out loud.
Yes, anything and everything is available on Shroud Marketplace. The jankiest looking website related to Shroud of the Avatar out there. But you know what? It serves a purpose, and it does it well.
100 plus vendors,
over 115 different players
right.
registered as vendors. And if you're not selling stuff on Shroud Marketplace and you're looking for those real money transactions, you need to do yourself a favor. Register as a vendor right now.
And
then start putting your stuff that you don't want out on Shroud Marketplace, and someone will buy it at some point in time.
Cooking
as long as the price is right.
Vile decorations.
Go do it.
Barrels, red and white grapes.
Hey, you know what? I guarantee you, if you don't do it, somebody else will.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, you know what? The fact that I sold teleports and recall scrolls on Shroud Marketplace over the weekend, that should tell you something.
The fact that
what did you sell over the weekend?
Again, I sold a thorn sword, and thorn sword. Yeah. right going into the weekend, I sold 10,000 ore. Remember that was a promo code problem. Unfortunately, we had to kill my promo code. So on
You're
Marketplace,
killing your promo code anyways.
It was 10% off anything at weddings and more.
Yep.
But that sale is over. Yep. That sale is over.
That sale is gone. Right. But anything and everything, ShroudMarketplace.com. Do yourself a favor. Register as a vendor. Accounts the game gold. All the way to deco packs from the Deco Divas. If you go to indoor decorations,
services.
It's cooking bottle decorations. All kinds of
vials. I know. I saw that cooking. Decorative vials. $1 a cup for what, like 3 or something like that.
31 or 18, and then there's the 31 pack.
Now,
it's like
Spiff. Yeah. You know what that is? They're selling. That's all those vials and stuff that are coming off the loot.
Well, you mean the junk.
Yeah, the junk, and they're actually selling it as deco on Shroud Marketplace. I tell you what, I love this shit. Yes,
you gotta love
sell
this shit.
Anything.
And you know what? You can also sell. You can sell services like the cheese sign writing, the greenhouse setup, Adventure XP. You can even sell scrotus music service thing where $5 gets you.
Anything you want,
including Scrota.
That's right.
I know. But by far the most ridiculous thing on Shroud Marketplace is that wedding package.
I tell you what,
seriously, yeah.
If you want to get hitched in game, I'm the guy for you. And of course, my store is the place you go. I'll sell you everything you need to get hitched, including the venue. We've got venue, we've got the wedding dresses and tuxedos. You name it, we've got it at Weddings and More by Laz. If you're looking for those rare clockwork armor sets or the Autumn Fairy outfits, you're looking for all those Telethon bundles, I've got loads of them. Not loads of them, but I got a couple out there for you guys. As well, lot deeds. Hey, you want to buy a duck? Got a duck. You want to buy 10,000 iron, 10,000 copper? I got it. You looking for rings? I got it. We got to rename this store, because Weddings and More just don't cut it. Yeah, not just weddings, but a whole lot more. Weddings and More by Lazarus. I'm telling you, you know, I mean, cowbells, you know, row lots, village lots, rings of. I mean, I love this shit. I tell you,
it is awesome. I just love the fact that it's like, when I wake up in the morning and it's like, boom, I've got a PayPal payment, or I wake up in the middle of the night, and because that's what happened last weekend.
Hey,
I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
In the morning. I was just gonna say, I've been in bed at 3 o'clock in the morning. My phone goes off, and it's like, okay,
I need to go deliver something.
Gotta go make a delivery.
Yeah,
time to make the donuts.
I don't even feel bad about it. It's like.
I don't feel bad getting up to make delivery. That's I was in bed and I'm making money. I don't feel bad getting up to make that delivery, not at all. But meanwhile, that's about it for the news today. That's right. We'll be back with more news tomorrow right here on NBNN. Don't forget, we got release notes. The Dippy Bird had some comments on Friday we'll talk about tomorrow. And much, much more.
Oh, yeah.
Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And
thanks for watching.
NBNN. That's right. Thank you, everybody. And we'll be back.
Hey, we're ending on time. What
something like that. Tomorrow.
Almost on time. Almost on time. Bye-bye, everybody.
What kind of balance?
The broken kind. I mean, the Shroud Math kind.
Shroud Math.